Flakes have avoided all confrontation against other subscriber sides in season number 2 of the Global Rugby Challenge. That is, until today, round 9 will see them in their first sub-clash up against the Guardians of the Crib. Hello everyone and welcome on to Flakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Global Rugby Challenge. That is a subscriber series where you guys take the field against the world's elite. And today we have a sub-clash of the highest calibre. The All Flakes taking on last season's runners-up, the Guardians of the Crib. Now the All Flakes, as I said at the start, are doing well to avoid any of these sides so far this season. Now, you may call it mad scheduling, you may call it genius scheduling. Either way, the All Flakes have had to wait till round 9, 10 and 11 to get their hands on the other subscriber sides. All the others have already played 2 games and all 3 of them amazingly sit 1-1. Today we're the first of the tiebreakers with the Guardians playing their third and final sub-clash matchup. And the All Flakes are the home team today. Eden Park is the venue and they are looking to get their clash of the other sub-sides off to a flying start. Of course, this is their first of the season. This season has gone pretty well so far. Only one really glaringly bad thing about it was the draw with Clermont and their failure to pick up bonus points. But the team today looks strong for the All Flakes as well, and this is who they have picked in their starting 15. Nicholas Freilander will captain the side from Lucien Prop. He'll be partnered with Luke Lambert and Arthur Siru along the front row. Caleb Cook and Benjamin Grayson form a formidable second row partnership. Mark Tommy, Dean Mumberg, and of course Akahara Kamana form an exquisite looking back row for the All Flakes. These 3 guys have been amazing this season for the All Flakes, so big pressure goes on that pack to perform. Into the back line, Jimmy Henderson will run things from scrum half with Simon Coop, the hero of earlier rounds, lining up at number 10. Into the centres, it's a kicking option at 10 and 12 with Georgie Pullman lining up at inside centre, and Adam Fleetwood, who's coming into a little bit of rare form at outside centre. Liam Symes-Wells, who has been amazing everywhere on the paddock, is on the left wing, and I quickly remains on the right, with Christian Catley coming in to line up at fullback. Runners up in season number 1, looking to go one better in season 2. It is the Guardians of the Crib. Now, we all know they've played 2 games. Of course, they went down to the Flakers. Once again, a team that they are yet to be able to beat. But then they struck it back with a first clash against the Celtic Dragons, and they took those guys down with pretty emphatic fashion, 27-14. They've had some AI games in between then and now, but they line up for their third and final subscriber clash here against the All Flakes. They've got all guns blazing as well. Their front row consisting of Luke de Normanville, Mike Huds and Owen Fagan. The front row squad re-established for today's big clash. The second row is where this team has excelled with Jake Waller and Josh Howard in the second row. Elliot Malpass will be on the blind side, Theo Clark on the open, and Max Wilder at number 8. Into their back line, and here is where the points absolutely flow. Ken Lynch at 9, but it will be at 10 where the leading point scorer, Don Butler, will be lining up. He's got a real playmaking partner outside him. Man who's come on strength to strength in the last few weeks, and that is Simone Dominguez at inside centre, and Tom Guest will be lining up at 13. Kieran Jones gets the number 11 jersey, with Louis Trotman being in emphatic form in the last few weeks as well, lining up on the right, with Fergus Lamb taking number 15 jumper for today's big clash. A solid looking crowd here is gathered at Eden Park for this big round 9 clash. This is the one to watch from this round, definitely. The Guardians of the Crib travelling away to face the All Flakes, of course in the black. It's the Guardians in the blue and red. We are underway with Elliot Malpass taking out the kickoff. It's a switch left and right. Whereas Dominguez going back to Butler, and a turnover to Mark Tommy. Going way to Adam Fleetwood. What a start by these 2 sides. Here come the All Flakes with Jimmy Henderson trying to struggle away the tackle of Theo Clark, but there's no way he's going to do that one. Waiting there instead is Caleb Cook, away to Mark Tommy, who's had a great start to this series and a great start to this match as well. Wide from turnover ball, that is from Ken Lynch. finding it buried at the bottom, quickly recycled, and the Guardians come wide. Mike Hunt, now to Louis Trotman, dumping Swans. Oh! Catley goes high, and down goes Trotman in an absolute heap. Gotta be careful there, Catley. He looked like he was beaten on the outside. He put the meat hook out, and he took him out, and now Dom Butler has been given the instructions to go to the corner, and the Guardians say no to 3, and they instantly will look for 7. Well, Captain Mike Hunt, he is no stranger or no shying away from taking the very interesting call, isn't it? But there's the knock on as it looked like they were going to play a little short move through the line-out. And Ken Lynch has a word or two to say as Jake Waller knocked on that inside pass from a scrum half that could have seen him scamper in. We are 10 minutes into this one, a chance begging on to the Guardians, who shove straight back. What a hit from the scrum, and Lynch will have it on his side again. Big work from the big pack of the Guardians. Missing out, Butler going away to, that is a great move. Excellent work from the Guardians. They didn't even need to look. They knew where that was going. Tom Guest was the one who just sparked that into life. It was a double cutout pass, missing Butler, missing Dominguez, missed them all, and eventually Guest, look here he is, double cutout, there's Guest back inside to Wilder, offloading to Luke Dormanville, and Theo Clark finishes beautifully for the Guardians of the Crib. This is what we like to see, tries being scored, but look at those players in motion, absolutely beautiful work from the Guardians. They strike blood first, and they lead 5-0 thanks to that amazing player they have, versatile, explosive and fast, Theo Clark. Goodness me, it happens so quickly when these teams get their stride on. Here is the conversion from Dom Butler, who without any hesitation adds another couple, and a 7-0 Guardians of the Crib lead the All Flakes after 14 minutes. Samo Coop, who's hardly seen the ball, let alone touched it, is back at halfway for a rear touch for the fly half. He's kicked deep. It's gone straight down scrum half Lynch, and now they look to attack. Hunt doing well, out for Wilder, back to Normanville, breaks one tackle. It's taken down by a good tackle from Fleetwood. Guardians recycle. Lynch has been in everything. Here's a runaway and a beautiful
Advantage.
1-2. That was excellent from Malpass, finding Wilder, but the All Flakes turn it over. Left side they attack, breaking through as Liam Symes Wells. Almost going all the way himself. Here's Henderson, advantage to the All Flakes. That's a great little play. Excellent interplay there from Pullman, going to Fleetwood, but the referee says there is no advantage there. And we will go back to the scrum for the All Flakes, who, if you recall, had to put into their own scrum 5 metres out from their own line, which got bulldozed by the Guardians, hoping for the All Flakes. That won't be happening again. This is better. Henderson, oh wow, that's a great late shove, and Henderson has it displayed beautifully. Straight out to Symes Wells. He looks to beat the man on the outside, but Louis Trotman more than equal to the task this time. Lambert, up it goes to Benjamin Grayson. Grayson, oh, that's tight. Benjamin Grayson almost scores try of the season for the All Flakes. He had no right to go around that little channel, and he did it explicitly well. Hunt will have to throw the line out. Oh, almost stolen there by Grayson this time as well. But Josh Howard has got it, and look how close they are to their own line. The Guardians try to break out, and Dom Butler hacks us downfield. Waiting there is Catley, who fires out to Ike Wrigley. And who's there? Benjamin Grayson. Put a little star next to his name. He's been phenomenal. Lambert, wide, looking away through Caleb Cook. Caleb Cook busts through. One to beat for Cook, but he's taken into touch. Great tackle again, Fergus Lamb. The All Flakes, they are knocking. Well and truly on the door. Hunt again with a defensive line out. Last one was almost nicked. This time, excellently hits his man. Josh Howard is to go too. Butler stops in its tracks and finding, oh, what a ball from Wilder! Finding Delomerville, inside pass, it's the big man up front. Fagan combining with Waller. Here's a pick and go nicely from Lynch away to Kieran Jones, who is a dangerous, dangerous runner of the ball. Sits up once again, Fagan, looks out wide, Dominguez does very well, out to, oh man, it's a dangerous run from Wilder. Inside and out they go before Dominguez takes into ground, just short of the 10-man line. Quick and go there from Guest, he's going nowhere in these black jerseys, all up over that ball. Cook for the All Flakes, away to Samo Coop, looks inside to Tommy, great ball, Fleetwood, thrown out the back door, it's got there again, nicely, Henderson doing well. Akata Kamana gets involved there for the All Flakes Seru. Oh, what a ball of Pullman! It's 3-0 Pullman! Oh my word! George Pullman has pulled it out. What a stunning try for the All Flakes. Dummy central, and Fergus Lamb was put in a spin. Excellent offloading there by the All Flakes. Quick ball, out it goes from Seru, 1 dummy, 2 dummies, 3 dummies, all the way for Georgie Pullman, and he scores a screamer that puts his team back in this game. Excellent quick ball is what it was all about from Arthur Seru, but this was just phenomenal from George Pullman. He didn't have the speed, Lamb had him for toe, but it didn't matter because he kept making Lamb have a second guess. So many black jerseys and supports that he could not commit either way, and Pullman just trots over for the try. Almost half-time, and we have a game quite on our hands here as the conversion from Samo Coop is straight between the sticks. Half-time goes as the conversion flies over, 7-7 the score. Take a breather, everyone. This has been a stunner, and we've got 40 minutes left to go between the All Flakes and the Guardians. 7-7 the half-time score. I look at possession and say it's fairly even, but territory has been dominated by the All Flakes, who have had so many chances to score, but have been just pipped by great defence by Lamb and Co at the back. 4 line breaks each, both sides very few handling errors, and the scrum battle is very interesting so far from 40 minutes. Not long to chat about it. We're straight back in the action with Don Butler back at halfway for the Guardians of the Crib. Both teams having increasingly good matches as up it goes, and Freilander, what a ball Lambert, now they look to spread it, Coop, away to Fleetwood, Fleetwood steps and dummies and almost goes around the outside, had support from the likes of Caleb Cook, but here we go, D. Munberg, oh no one's home, D. Munberg down the sideline, Munberg scores one of the simplest tries you will see, but the Guardians absolutely snoozing on defence. No one home, and Munberg just trots in again. Well, he took it one off the breakdown. He thought, I've got a bit of room here to move. He still had Arthur Seru with him, and Ken Lynch said, oh, dearie me, we've got a problem here, boys. What foresight from Henderson and Munberg to look up and see all that space. No one at the back, no one was interested in chasing, and Munberg scores the difference-breaking try. All Flakes lead for the first time in the match. Well, there's potential here for the Guardians to go 1-2 from their 3 matches. The All Flakes will be hoping that they will be the side to inflict that final loss. They would not want to go 0-1. The Guardians will be desperate to go 2-1. It is all for the taking here as Samo Coop nails the conversion. It's 14-7. It is game on. Quickly back to halfway as Don Butler. Much quicker than I thought. I expect he would have wanted to be there. It's a great offload from Mark Tommy. And he has found there none other than Georgie Pullman. They quickly shifted to the backs nicely from Lambert. Away, to Symes Wells, who has caught 2 minds, and he's absolutely hammered. Here's Adam Fleetwood, another quick move down the left side. The dummy leaves Lamb for dust, and it's dummy central again. Fergus Lamb, his head is spinning. He's been outdone by some amazing footwork, some amazing handwork, and some amazing invisible support work. Adam Fleetwood scores. Akata Kamana, the try assist. Well, it's just that initial dummy, isn't it, with the players around him. Not as much as we've seen earlier from the try by, of course, Pullman. But this time, Adam Fleetwood just put him in 2 minds. got in front of him. Lamb had him for speed, but Lamb just let too much go. And Fleetwood scores a screamer. The All Flakes have struck twice in the second half after just 10 minutes, and this game could be going the way of the home team. Samaku, left side this time, and that is equally as good. Another 2 points, 6 on the board for Samo, and it is 21-7. The All Flakes lead the Guardians of the Crib, 21 points to 7. Who saw this coming? Certainly not the Guardians, I will tell you that much for free. Amazingly, they could go into the final series with only a victory over the Celtic Dragons. Look at the start from the All Flakes. The offloading is ridiculous. Away to Samaku. He's got wheels enough to get away from Jake Waller. Oh my goodness me. 3 tries. Oh, bish, bash, bosh. Bang, bang, bang. This game could be all over. The All Flakes have dominated the second half, and you can put that down to Nicholas Friedlander, the support play. Akara Commander as well, doing the work. They're passing it forward from, I think, Arthur Seru, but it won't matter. That grounding looked dodgy as well. But 2 kickoffs in a row. We've seen it there from Friedlander. This was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That pass definitely forward. And you see Pullman was like, oh, here's some of that. The 2 Afros doing a hell of a lot of work here for the All Flakes. Well, I thought 21-7 was a bit of a surprise. How about this? 28-7. All Flakes leading the Guardians of the Crib. This is absurd. No one would have thought this was coming. Wait for it as well, folks. Bonus point try. Something the All Flakes have hardly done all season. They get their biggest challenge of them all, and they deliver. Quite remarkable from the All Flakes. Here is George Pullman. My goodness, what a start. Deep down it goes, and waiting there is Dominguez. Why he's covering a fullback, I'm not quite sure. He's kicked a return out deep, and Pullman's got it back. Fleetwood inside to Samaku. Puts a little grubber down. Samaku! Oh, he's regathered. He is having an amazing second half as Samaku. Here's Henderson. Oh, what a play. Jimmy Henderson, base of the rack, picks it up. Has a wee scamper, and it's 33-7. All Flakes and the Eden Park crowd are well and truly rejoicing and celebrating. Watch him go, Henderson. Well, he beat the front row off the back of the opposition breakdown. Ken Lynch was on the wrong side. He was caught, but let's rewind a bit to where this highlight starts. Samaku with a great little grubber. Then he regathers as well and almost did it himself. But Jimmy Henderson, wow. Anyone expecting a result in a scoreline like this? I don't believe you. All Flakes well and truly dominating this fixture with 20 to go. I am in shock that this game has gone this way, 35-7. All Flakes over the Guardians. And what is going through those heads now in blue and red? They've got 20 minutes and they have to score a lot of points. 4 tries converted will get them even. As this time, that's a better kickoff. And it is, Luke de Normanville, who is absolutely monstered. Commander turns it over and away goes Fleetwood again. This time it's George Pullman. He's deciding to kick. Chasers coming in. Jones and Lamb. Will it be too deep? Will they let it run? Will it go? Almost into the clutches of Liam Symes-Wells, who was flying towards that ball. You've got to give credit there.
Crouch.
The likes of Lamb and
Bind.
Jones, who were composed enough to let that one slide into, over the dead ball line, I should say. They're taking the scrum way back where it was kicked from. That's up to the 10-metre line. Over the All Flakes. Then what can't they do? They were dominated in the opening passage of the scrum time. Now they repay it. Samaku, what is Symes-Wells? George Pullman, he's knocked it on. And a rare mistake there from the All Flakes and from Pullman. And you got to say, why would you bother? Benjamin, you're in a great position. It's actually Dean Mumbo picking it up and arguing the points. It's almost a whole blonde back row, isn't it? And the second row. This time, the Guardians will feed again. One of the All Flakes gotten sore for them. This one looks steadier. Holding up nicely for the Guardians. Into the final 10 minutes we go as Ken Lynch, where Don Barlow hasn't seen any ball in the second 40. And, Luke Zimmerville gets a hospital pass of the highest calibre, and here comes little Jimmy Henderson once more. He is isolated though, and Theo Clark says thank you very much. He's the only try scorer for the Guardians. So we're looking to strike back. Here's Mike Hunt. Has a bit of a run and gives it away to Elliot Malpass, who takes contact just on the halfway line. Oh, but the All Flakes charge over the top. Away goes Freilander, away to Pullman, who's looked for the corner, looking to pin them back. But Lamb has got it and he just hacks us into touch. His side needs to calm things down, but it is far too little, far too late. Lamb takes a touch runner up towards halfway, but this one has well and truly bolted. All Flakes 35, Guardians 7. Luke Lambert hasn't had much to throw in today for the All Flakes, but he's hit his man perfectly with Grayson and Cook. There's not much you can really do wrong. Here is Samo Cook now. He's hacked this high, and Louis Trotman has pulled it in, and they look to run it back. Oh, big tackle there on Ken Lynch. You've got to feel sorry for these Guardians. They have tried everything. Goes deep back to Fergus Slam, and he's got no option, no choice but to kick this away. Time is ticking with less than a minute on the clock. They've given possession straight back to the All Flakes, and they have just run completely out of ideas. A celebration thrown to the line out for Mr. Lambert, and he gives it to Grayson, back to Coop, and they're going to run this out. Yes, they are. Pullman, why do I Grigley, who says no. No, not a chance, thanks boys. Wrigley into touch. All Flakes celebrate a bonus point win over season one's runners-up. That has really thrown the apple cart completely off order. Guardians' favourites for this before going into the match. The way the All Flakes have played in the build-up, the AI games they've played, drawing with Clermont only a couple of rounds ago, and now they come out and they put in one hell of a display to absolutely destroy the Guardians of the Crib in the second half. Dare I say it, an All Blacks-esque performance from the All Flakes. First half was a grind down. It was 7-7, now 35-7. Mumberg, Henderson, Coop, Pullman, Fleetwood with tries. Coop 5 out of 5. Theo Clark for the Guardians. And of course, Butler with the conversion. Stats, domination to the All Flakes. First half was close. The All Flakes completely cleaned up possession, territory, everything going their way. Even the scrums, they pulled back to their side. Well, like I said earlier, folks, if you said that game was going to go that way, I wouldn't have believed you. I thought we could have been in for a close one. I thought we could have had a tight Guardians victory. Would have been the best result for the All Flakes. I didn't see them winning that one, but they have certainly pulled out all the stops to take that victory. See, the final match of the round sees Toulon thrashing Wasps as well. We'll have a look at the table in just a second. First things first though, round 10 is about to commence. Just remember folks, only 2 rounds left of the whole competition. The All Flakes have still to play the Dragons and the Flakers in the other order though. As you see, the Dragons are first up versus the Crusaders, who have a terrible run home. You can actually see that Toulon have surpassed the Crusaders on the table as well. But that one is a home match for the Dragons. They still have one subscriber clash to go against the All Flakes. They stood 1-1. But amazingly, as it is, let's have a look at the table here. The Guardians of the Crib, 1 and 2 against subscriber sides. They took out the Celtic Dragons, but they lost to both the All Flakes and the Corn Flakers. And they sit bottom of the top 4 sides now. 2 points adrift of the Dragons, who they actually did beat. But now 2 losses, though. That goes a long way to being against them. How will those last 2 matches go? All Flakes, Flakers, All Flakes, Dragons. Someone is going to go way down with the Guardians. I mean, end of the day, you're going to have two teams on 2 wins, 1 loss, and you're going to have 2 teams on 1 win, 2 losses. Who will it be? We know the Guardians are the first to go 1 and 2, and they are just 7 points ahead of Toulon, who are creeping up behind now. And we have Munster, who actually played 1 game against Exeter Chiefs, who have won. Wow! We'll check out the fixtures. Exeter Chiefs have won a game. But have a look at the table at the top, though, folks. 38 to the Flakers, 37 to the All Flakes, 36 to the Dragons, and 34 to the Guardians. I mean, the All Flakes, they will be ruining that draw against Scarlets, Clermont a few weeks ago. And come to think of it, there is still a possibility here that the All Flakes could go 3-0. I've discounted that completely because they haven't lost to the subscriber sides yet. So it's possible the Flakers and the Dragons and the Guardians could go 1-2. Very, very possible that could happen. The way the All Flakes played today, goodness me, who knows what is going to happen. So let's have a look at Exeter Chiefs. 11-8 over Munster. I like it. Very well played, Exeter. You've got yourselves your win. So we have round 9 concluding now. We had the Dragons over the Exeter Chiefs, 35-21. They played pretty well. 35-28, the Flakers over Crusaders. And then the All Flakes, 35-7. I mean, 35 was the number of the round, wasn't it? 35-7 over the Guardians of the Crib. This round coming up, round 10, we've got the Dragons versus the Crusaders. Flakers at home versus the All Flakes. That's the other question. Is home ground advantage the big difference maker? We've seen the All Flakes at home against the Guardians, and their fans led them to that victory. Guardians of the Crib, they rounded out final match. They're done with subscriber battles, and they will face Toulon. Then the final round of the competition, see the Dragons up against the All Flakes. Then we have the Flakers, Toulon, and the Guardians versus the Scarlets. Then it is quarter-final time. This is where things get interesting. But we won't go that far forward just yet. We still have 2 rounds to go. And of course, Team of the Week for round number 9. Let me know in the comments who you thought was a standout. I mean, it's going to be hard to not have a dominating All Flakes side in Team of the Week this week. The way they played was just ridiculous. The Guardians, though, not too much going their way. They were pretty average on the most part. Maybe their back row, Malpass, Clark and Wilder, and their second row, I guess, could get a bit of a mention as well. Backline, though, completely outdone by the likes of Coop, Pullman, Fleetwood. Definitely a step ahead of the Guardians. That is me for today. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm sure All Flakes fans would have really enjoyed that one. Guardians fans, not so much. Let me know, of course, your thoughts on Team of the Week and on the matchup as well. And of course, don't forget, we've got plenty more coming around 10 and 11 before the playoffs are hitting your screens. Until then, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.